She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment. Now come on now.
Welcome to another episode of Feminine Fridays, beautiful sisters. It is your favorite dating coach and homegirl, Arthur China T. I've been out here helping women level up and step into healthy relationships and love since 2019. Now listen, sis, we're tapping all the way back into our soft feminine energy so we can stop chasing, okay, and start attracting the kind of masculine energy that was meant for us, that knows what to do with the queen and a prize like you, sis. Emotions are out. Sex isn't even on the table. If you haven't grabbed your copy of the guidebook for women who are out here building their roster with intention, power, and femininity, not desperation. I'm talking about never date just one, sis. You are already late. And don't forget the fiction story that brings it all to life. Play your position, sis. And hit the link in the description to snag both those copies and get a free copy of your free roster tracker that's going to help you review these men every 30 to 90 days. Now, really quick, I'm still trying to bring back this Facebook group, but y'all haven't told me anything in the comments on the videos, send me any emails or anything. Only if it's interactive. Ladies, I need y'all to show up. I need y'all to not be scared to drop a post, leave a comment, ask real questions without the lurking eyes of the guys who wait till my YouTube videos drop. And if you're ready to dig into your dating history and figure out what's been blocking your blessings, what has you rooted still in pain, why are you refusing to heal, you can book a one-on-one live session with me for 55 minutes of delving deep into what we need to uncover, to heal, to get you to a great, healthy place in relationships with yourself and others. That's only $99. Let's figure it out together, sis. Now, today we're talking self-validation, feminine energy, and that deep, juicy self-love that I told y'all you're going to have to get back to if you want to have a healthy dating life. We're not doing any fluff here. We're diving into the real, the raw, and the recentering, because you have to decenter men. This right here, this is your invitation to come home to you, sis. Listen, what I'm about to say may ruffle a few feathers, and that is okay. Growth is supposed to stretch you, and growth is not comfortable. Self-validation and feminine energy are sacred tools of women who no longer perform. You're no longer people-pleasing, and you're no longer putting anybody, and I mean nobody, before you. Not even your kids, sis. And yes, I said it, not even your kids. And no, that's not selfish. That's what I call self-full, self-preservation. So let me walk you through it. First, let's identify and understand exactly what self-validation is. This is the stage that a lot of y'all are stuck in and you're healing and you can't move forward. Self-validation is when you can sit with yourself and say, I can see me, I hear me, I believe me, I choose me. But a lot of y'all have not chosen self because you've not apologized. So it's when you don't wait on the outside applause to feel worthy. You ain't checking social media likes. You ain't waiting for a man to say you're beautiful. You ain't depending on your mama to finally see how hard you work in your life. None of that. Self-validation is you know you're her. You did that. When you validated yourself, sis, your peace doesn't come with conditions. Your worth isn't up for debate. Your confidence doesn't rise and fall with whoever's watching you or giving you some attention, sis. Here's an example. You're walking in a room where nobody knows you. Nobody compliments your outfit. Nobody pays you any mind. It's just like you just walked into a ghost town. But you're still strutting like the queen that you are because you dressed for you. You took your time with your look because it made you feel good. That's self-validation. I just made a video and said when you get up in the morning and you dress up and you look good, you feel good. When you feel good, you have a great day. This is why I do this all the time, sisters. Now compare that to the version of us that used to need somebody to say, you look nice. Or we'd question ourselves all night. I wonder if they like my outfit. I wonder if they think my hair cute. Do you remember her? She no longer exists, sis. Get rid of her. Feminine energy is receptive, sis, not desperate. Feminine energy doesn't chase. It attracts. It doesn't cling. It releases. It doesn't hustle for love. It simply receives it. That's what feminine women do who have validated themselves. They don't wait for compliments. They give them to themselves. When you're in that feminine energy, sis, you move slower. You breathe deeper. You feel more. You speak with softness, but you hold your boundaries like steel. And most of all, sis, you listen to your body, your spirit, and your emotional needs. Because we've already done our needs assessment up until this point, so we know what it is that we need. Now, let's be clear. Feminine energy isn't weak or lazy. It's powerful in its stillness. It's magnetic. It creates room for miracles. But here's the thing, sis. If you can't flow, and if you're constantly depleted, overwhelmed, or seeking validations outside of yourself, sis, then you're going to always be in a masculine space. Feminine women don't put nobody before them, not even their kids. And y'all have heard me say this plenty of times on old content and new content. I know that sounds bold, but I promise you, it's real. You can't find one feminine woman who puts her children before her. If you've been trained to believe that being a good woman means sacrificing everything, your body, your dreams, your peace, then let me lovingly say this, sis, you've been misled. And let me tell you what feminine women know. You can't be a sanctuary for your kids at any age, from baby to adult. If you've abandoned your own spirit, you can't be the sanctuary. You can't pour wisdom into your daughters if your cup is empty. You can't teach your sons how to love women properly if you've never taught them how to respect a woman who respects herself. And they're going to see that by the way that you treat yourself, sis, by the way that you allow others to treat you. I remember there was this client I coached. She was a mom of 3 beautiful children. She was beautiful, smart, and hardworking, banging little body, everything. But that lady was burnt out, y'all. She was waking up angry, snapping on them kids, crying in the shower at night, calling me often. She said, I don't even know who I am anymore. See how easy it is to get lost because she lost her feminine glow? You know what she did? To get it back, she booked herself a one-night Airbnb in her own city. And she didn't tell anybody but her mama because the mama had to watch the kids. She packed her a journal, a face mask, a bottle of wine, her favorite playlist. And that night, she remembered who she was. She manifested, she cried, she laughed, she looked through old pictures. She got back to her old self, and a little bit more of her came back home. That wasn't selfish of her. That was maintenance. That was her medicine. And that is motherhood redefined. So the self-love, the deep kind that doesn't wobble, sis, it is within you. You just keep putting it on the back burner. That kind of self-love I'm talking about doesn't come from bubble baths and shopping for sprees, sis. I'm talking about, girl, but those will help you. But this type of self-love sees you when your hair ain't done, when your face ain't made, when your body feels bloated, when you ain't accomplished a damn thing all day. And you still say, I'm enough. I still love me. So let me just put together a picture for you real quick, sis. A masculine wounded woman such as yourself be stuck in survival mode. You check your phone every 30 minutes waiting for that guy to text back. You overextend yourself at work, taking on more duties, still the same pay. You're always proving, pushing, and performing, trying to earn validation and love from others. But a woman who is grounded in her feminine, sis, me, I might be in the same situation. My phone might be dry, my job might be stressful, but I'm going to respond different, sis. I do not turn my phone off. I just run a hot bath, light a candle, and say, I don't chase energy, babe. I align with it. And just like that, peace comes for me. You see what I'm saying? So I love myself enough and deeply to know that I don't need to beg, bargain, or break who I am just to feel valuable to others. And you don't even need to do the same, sis. You have got to stop chasing and start attracting. So you got to choose you out loud so everybody else choose you as well. Let me give you one more example. You're a woman who used to write poetry. You used to cook just for the joy of it. You used to dress up even when you had nowhere to go. But somewhere deep in that life, maybe after your kids was born, after too many heartbreaks, maybe you just been working too hard at that job and you haven't had enough time to do that. So you stopped doing all of those things. You started living on autopilot. You woke up to go to work. You took care of everybody else, including the kids. Then at the end of the day, you get a few hours of sleep. Every day, rinse, repeat cycle. Then one day you say, I miss me. And then something inside you change. So you pull out your old journals from high school and college years and you block out one day a month just for you. You start reading your old life. You get back to dancing in a mirror. You start fixing your plate first. You start taking your time eating. You smile differently. You start talking and walking with intention. And people start noticing it. And they start asking, what's changed? You did, sis. You decided to love yourself loudly and proudly, without apology, without delay, and without asking for permission. And that energy exudes off you so well, and the entire world will feel it. Feminine energy is just not about being soft. It's about being so secure in who you are, sis, that nothing external can shake your internal peace. It's about making decisions from a place of abundance, not desperation, and understanding what to delegate if you can't put your all into something. It's about teaching your kids that you matter too, sis. It's about being the woman who fills her own cup so high that it overflows into everyone around her. But you're not directly pouring into them unless they're pouring into you. So yes, sis, you get to put yourself first. You get to take up space in your own life. You get to take up time in your own day. You get to say no. You get to rest. You get to shine. You get to love to be loved by yourself first, because you are the reason, sis. If not you, then who? You are the center of the world. You are the one that everybody has been waiting for. And it's time for you to start thinking of that, because they wait for the prize every day. So light your candle. Speak your affirmations loud. I am safe to love myself first. I am no longer in need of outside validation. I am enough and I validate me. Okay? And in that Never Date Just One episode, when I broke down why you can't keep seeing women as your competition, it was because if you do, you're still outsourcing your worth to the world. You can't compete with her where she doesn't compare. We're going to break those chains of comparison and contrast with other women and start learning how to compare and contrast the right place. These men. We're reclaiming our crown. We're walking like the goddesses that we have been always, that has now been awakened. And we're going to choose us over and over again. If they don't like it, I will see you next Monday for another episode of Never Date Just One, sis. Have a great day.